My name is Oliver Carr and I'm the Project Coordinator for Conflicts of Interest. The Conflicts of Interest programme was devised by ACSPAC to address the need for different communities to understand the views and opinions of others in the context of the conflict centred in Northern Ireland. The programme set out to allow people to build their understanding and to explore the reasons for conflict, and then to set them within a European and global context. Conflicts of Interest is a workshop-based programme which aims to enable participants to reach a more sympathetic understanding of all those affected by armed conflict. Given the history of armed conflict on this island, the course focuses largely on the period of the Troubles, but also examines similar conflicts in other parts of Europe. The programme has involved the delivery of 8 modules. Each module comprises of a DVD presentation, presentation by visiting speakers, and a facilitated conflict resolution training workshop. Modules are mostly delivered on a weekly basis over the 8 weeks, but occasionally can be delivered on a less frequent basis over a longer time span, or in a more concentrated form in residentials. The programme is supported by Broader Action and funded through Broader Action through the EU Peace and Reconciliation Programme. It is free to all participants. Anyone interested in the Conflicts of Interest programme can contact us using the details now on screen.
Hello, my name is Alan Bruce. I am a Director of Universal Learning Systems, and I have been working with the Conflicts of Interest programme since 2007. Essentially, my role has been to give academic advice and to do course design in developing a programme which reaches our target audience. The structure of my inputs would dovetail with the presentations of our guest speakers over 7 modules of delivery time. And during this time, I've tried to look at issues surrounding the background to conflict, the nature of violence, the role of difficulty between communities and the state, with a particular focus on human rights and on inclusion. Our work in this area is designed to bring students using an adult education methodology towards an understanding of the causes of violence, the roots of conflict, and for themselves to work out the possibilities of resolution or solution. Within this programme, we would give a few theoretical inputs. We would give a few pointers for people to explore their own identity and their own history with reference to common historical themes around, as I say, identity, around their sense of who they are, where they have come from, and to a certain extent where they wish to go.
My name is Gareth Mackle. I work with a group known as the West Armagh Consortium here in Armagh City, effectively an umbrella organisation of 14 community groups in the west of the city. We were very keen to learn about the Conflicts of Interest programme when Oliver Carr from ACSPAC contacted us. He asked me to gather up a few community activists and people around us essentially that would be interested in learning more about the notion of conflict and conflict resolution. I had initially some difficulty. There was a degree of scepticism among some of the people that I approached. They would have been people, community activists all, with a Republican background, including some ex-prisoners. It took some degree of persuading, but we got Oliver up to speak about it to some of the guys, and eventually they bought into the notion that this could be a good idea. We're into week 5 now, and everybody is thoroughly enjoying it. They all, when I speak with the group informally, they talk about having their deeply held perceptions challenged by some of the speakers that we've had along here to the programme. Indeed, people coming from a very diverse range of backgrounds has certainly challenged some of the notions that we all held about conflict. And indeed the international aspect of it that's been brought by Alan Bruce has given us a sense of perspective on our own conflict here in Ireland, and give us an idea maybe of some of the pathways that we could use to try and escape that conflict.
Well, I'm Roy Garland. I'm a member of the Ulster Unionist Party. I also write in the Irish News as a unionist, and I had come from a sort of loyalist background, brought up in the Shankill. As an adult, trying to work out all the problems of the Troubles and so on. I went to university and studied ended up teaching in further education, teaching people from all sorts of backgrounds, which was part of my own struggle to try and understand the things itself. So I feel, you know, I've related to Republicans, Unionists, Loyalists and so on, so, you know, and I like talking in that context because I think we've a lot to gain from each other in it, you know. Yes, I spoke in a number of the sessions, and a couple stand out particularly well. The first one I remember being asked to speak at Tuckmona, and being a Monaghan-based organisation, I thought, no, there must be a mistake here. It must be up somewhere around Turf Lodge or somewhere like that. And I remember confirming it with you. It was because I actually live just a short distance from Tuckmona, and it's a very loyalist estate. And it was a lovely meeting, and I felt I mean, these were loyalists who were thinking themselves, and I think I helped, and we helped each other to sort of move on. And there was a good spirit in that meeting in particular, and people could identify.
My name's Marie McGarry, and I work for Tuckmona Community Forum as the Women's Training Development Officer. I provide courses and activities for the local women, and I support the local women's group in becoming more proactive in the local community. I took part in the Conflicts of Interest course last year. I found the course very entertaining, and I enjoyed the speakers who came out to see us. You wouldn't normally have the opportunity to speak to some of those people, especially coming from the area that we come from. I found the film clips a bit distressing, and but other than that, it was very good, and I really enjoyed it.
My name's David Adams. I was involved with loyalism for many years. I was a UDP representative and helped negotiate the Good Friday Agreement. I'm delighted, and to be quite frank about it, honoured to be asked to take part in a seminar by Conflicts of Interest. I think the sort of conflict resolution work that they're doing is absolutely vital for the future of Northern Ireland. I think it's very important that we help the communities get to know each other once again, get to realise that we're all the same. We have all the same problems and all of the same issues to deal with in our daily lives. It helps destroy stereotypes. It helps people to realise that the other side are no different than themselves. So as I say, I mean, I'm quite honoured to be asked to contribute to the peace and reconciliation work that Conflicts of Interest does, because I think it's absolutely vital for the future of Northern.